This is the story of the hitchhiker. So there was a man walking, and on the streets he was just continue walking, and he starts to appear bigger and bigger. And the man, he was bald, had a great big beard with a plaid shirt, and he was carrying a backpack, and he was just walking along. And he heard a car, so he decides to hitchhike, and the car eventually pulls over. And the driver, the man, he had short hair, he had a white shirt with buttons down the middle with a collar. He pulls over, rolls down his window. The hitchhiker approaches and leans over and starts speaking to the driver, and the driver says, "No, I'm deaf, I can't hear you, but I have something, I have a piece of paper and pen." So he hands it over to the hitchhiker, and the hitchhiker grabs it and starts writing in big letters, and it says, "Las Vegas." So he says, yes, are you going? And the driver says, yes, absolutely, I can take you, and come on in. So the hitchhiker joins in and gets in the car, closes the door, and they continue, and they go on to driving. And there was a sign that was posted that said 70 miles per hour. They've just passed it. And the driver starts accelerating to 75, 80, 85, and they're just speeding, driving, eventually accelerating to 90. And in the rear mirror, there was some lights going off. It was blue, red, white, sirens. So they pull over, and the deaf man says to the hearing man, "Hold on." So he rolls down his window, and the police came. He had a big hat, and he starts speaking, and the deaf man says, "No, I can't hear, I'm deaf, I don't understand." And the police said, "Oh, you can't speak. Did you see the sign that was going 70? You were going way too fast, you were speeding, just slow it down." And the deaf man says, "Yes, of course, thank you, I'll slow it down, thank you." So he looks around, the police does, and just says, "Go ahead, carry on," and walks back to his car. And so they were super excited they got away with it. The hearing man was very impressed. So they continue driving along, and they keep driving. The sun sets, and it starts getting dark. The driver starts getting tired, kind of falls asleep off and on. And he reaches to the hitchhiker, "Hey, do you mind driving?" And the hearing man said, "Yeah, of course, I can drive, absolutely." So great deal. So they pull over, and they switch seats. And the hearing man starts to drive, and they just continue driving. The deaf man starts to get tired and eventually goes to bed. So they continue driving, and he gets bored. So he thinks, maybe I could accelerate. So he starts speeding to 75, 80, 90, 85 miles per hour to up to 90. And they keep on speeding, and they drive, and in the mirror they see the lights again. And so they're like, darn it, the police. So the driver pulls over, and the hearing guy says, maybe I could do the same thing the deaf guy did. So he rolls down his window, and the police approaches, and he's like, "Hey, I can't hear, I can't talk." And the police looks at him and is like, "Oh, you're deaf. Oh, that's not a problem. My mom and dad are deaf as well." So he starts signing to him, "You're going too fast, you need to slow it down." And the hearing guy was frazzled and confused, and the police said, "You don't understand me? You're not deaf?" And starts yelling at him and writes him a big ticket and hands it to him. And the man gets it and kind of just gets really upset, puts his head down.